It has been a privilege to serve as an IAP co-chair. Since 2016, the IAP has used independent review to call out injustices and inequities for the health and rights of women, children, and adolescents. We have worked with communities around the world to review progress on commitments made. We have also recommended an accountability framework to support all stakeholders' understanding and application of accountability. Indeed, accountability and its independent review are pivotal to the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals.
Thank you to everyone who has supported us in our work. This last year of COVID-19 has shown that there is a crisis in accountability. The world needs independent review now more than ever, and everyone has a role to play to accelerate progress to achieve the worldwide commitments to the SDGs and rights.
Accountability is a public good that connects commitments to progress in a justifiable and constructive way. Accountability grows in significance and influence the more people are made aware of its power and value. We must also strive to strengthen accountability as we all benefit from it. It is especially important for everyone who is being left behind to participate and claim their rights.
Our work this year included listening and learning from people and communities about what accountability means to them. They asked us what they could do when leaders fail to deliver. The challenges they identified and the recommendations made help us to chart a better way for the future to make things right.
The IAP's 2020 report sets out an accountability framework based on 4 pillars: commit, justify, implement and progress, with 3 recommendations. All aspects of the framework must be present for accountability to be effective. An independent review comes at the implement phase, and it is a crucial element.
Our first recommendation is to invest in country data systems. This will provide policies and programs with solid insights on where and how best to target resources. By creating a sound evidence base, countries will strengthen both national and global security.
Accountability works best when it is required from the very start, because voluntary arrangements are easier to ignore, particularly in difficult times. Our second recommendation, therefore, is to institutionalize accountability to make it more clear, robust, and effective.
Our third recommendation is to democratize accountability by including the people it serves. All people in all places should be able to share their experiences, have their voices heard, and claim and fulfill their rights.
Accountability requires laws and policies and programmatic actions to be justified by empirical evidence and consistent with human rights and the rule of law. And when they're not, it requires remedies, enforceable remedies. Accountability mechanisms need to be institutionalized.
It is always the most vulnerable who get forgotten and left behind, undermining democracy, denying equity, and violating human rights of women, children, and adolescents. But if the global community commits to forging a strong culture of accountability, all people could finally realize their rights to health and well-being. A universally healthy society is a productive society. Accountability is in everyone's interest. There is no time to lose, and its institutionalization must be everyone's business in rebuilding better for women, children, and adolescents' health during and after the global pandemic. This is the legacy of the Independent Accountability Panel.